Okay, new plan. Um, since each one of these is like it's like a toy chest. This is like a forever thing I can keep dipping into. Kind of like how that horrible guy, what's his name, does his mystery box. Because it's not only taking a long time to do each one. It's the amount of decisions and focusing, and it's like playing with toys. So I got like 36. I got 36 toys to play with, right? Of these inside traders. But it's not like you play with all your toys at once. I mean, you could, but it's like you're not getting the full impact. You have to play with each one individually to get it. So, in order to get to mom and dad on time, I'm going to be transitioning to the phone pretty soon here. What we'll do is I'm seasoning out the the way I'm doing it on the computer here. So in other words, I'm assembly line doing it. And officially, I already finished with season 2, but anything else would be I wouldn't say extraneous, but kind of like I wouldn't even call it luxurious. It's basically, I wouldn't even say it's not necessary. It's simply like an emergency situation. I could cut bait and simply transition to the phone. But since I have more time, in a way, I can, and it's good I just started on season 3, because I found out a lot that I could do on this. But mainly it was that effect with the squiggly, with the it's like back and forth, great underwater effect. And I already knew about rotating the perspective, but it doesn't keep, like, it's like it it applies to all the pictures or something. Depends. It's kind of wonky, like with the text, with the headers. They call it title, but I know I'm still using false words in the stories, but I don't even know if it's really because it'll take forever or what. I think it's like kind of like still experimental in that phase to see how it seems, because I still am going to take out the core now of the 3 words, most false words, the just word, the sure word, and the probably word. Then the rest I'll leave. Even that, except maybe random. Random I think I'll definitely take out too. Because I actually have been leaving, like at least the past 2, except random. No, random I'll take out. So that's, yeah, because that's the new plan, because yeah, because as long as I get it fulfilled out, get my fill from doing it on the laptop here, I can continue on with the phone again, because these are like toys. Each one it takes a lot of thinking. So the what is it called, the glutamate accumulates a lot doing these. I'm beginning to understand why people need help, because it's a lot of decision making. Now, of course, if I did more exercise, maybe my mind would be more free, but could free out these glutamates more. So, maybe do a little bit more exercise in here a little bit, but, for me, exercise is simply moving. But, yeah, so, unless I can figure out a way to, I might be able to. Because I think one of the big issues is the AI. I have to go back and forth a lot. There's a lot of back and forth, because it's not advanced enough, at least in the free version. So I should be able to figure it out. It's easy. It's simply memorizing, basically almost memorizing, or memorizing enough of their bios and at the same time I'm matching it. Spoilers, I'm matching it to these countries. I'm not even matching it, but putting them on countries. Sometimes it's matching, sometimes it's not. You know, it's an interesting challenge to put someone in a country that they're not even suited for. It's an interesting challenge, like I did with this one character, the most recent one. So I'm technically doing like 36 times, so 72 actually. I'm doing 72 items at once. I'm doing, and even 3 times that if you think. So that's like 36 times. So what is that? What's 36 times? Let's find out. 36 times 3. Jesus Christ, I'm doing over. Okay, so I'm almost even doing the states they come from. So that's literally 108 or about 100 items at once. I mean, in totality. Not so much the states, you know, not all the time, but you know, but in totality, Jesus Christ. So that's 100. That's like 3 a day almost. And yeah, no, I'm out of here. I gotta be out of here by 3 months, definitely. So we got June, July, August. I gotta be out of. I cannot be here by September. So I'm thinking a week I could definitely finish this off by, but I wanted to, you know, go fast. I have to go faster. So to even keep up with that, the processing and everything, uploading. Okay, so so I can cut back on the states. Again, I can do this, you know, when I'm traveling and stuff and whatever. This is like a forever thing. This is literally a dip in for infinity dipping. So what I'll do is I'll concentrate on the biggest ones. So I'll either have to choose, because the countries I'm visiting are really important. It's not simply the insider trade. The insider traders helps me with the people. And then the location is the country. It's the same thing as when I was growing up studying all these people. Like when I worked in the grocery place, I could study people, but it was more like simply of getting a job. At that time, it was getting a job I could like and somewhere I could actually stay. And the studying of the people wasn't even really. I was doing the art. Now the studying people started with the IT job, definitely with the IT job. So which is more important, insider trading or the locations? I gotta decide. I've got the pattern for the inside traders. Since the pattern is it seems like the worst ones are the ones who have like health issues. So it's mainly, I think, health, some kind of detriment of health. The countries, you know, there's an overall. It's colonization. So you've got health issues and colonization. That's it. Which one do I not know more of? Let me think. Colonization or health stuff. Which is more important? If I had to cut bait and simply, you know, concentrate on one, I guess it would be. I guess it would be the inside traders, because every time I do the country stuff, it's the same exact thing. It's colonization. That's it. I mean, that's the main thing. It really is. White people came, colonized, you know, enslaved, and bang, that's it. It's like 1500s, bueno. So it would be definitely the inside traders, because there's more detail in that. And there's more variation, I would say, although it possibly might be actually equal, but no, my mind, no, it seems more, yeah, I mean, from the countries, it's such, no, it's the variation, so it'd be the inside traders. So what I'll do is, but for my trip, I need to know more about the countries, that's the whole thing. So that when it comes to the people, every day I'm learning more and more about people, and how actually, it's a lot of more, it's more sad. It's actually, I'm seeing more of their issues. I see their faults more. I mean, it's like I'm understanding more of their faults. There's more of a, it's not even called epiphany, there's more of a altruism. There's no, there's a word I can't think of now. It's like more of a kind of holding their hands, kind of a, you want to give them a hug. It's like more of a sad realization, whatever word could encompass that, a sad realization of who they are. So yeah, so okay, so we'll I got to decide here, inside traders in the countries. Okay, let me think. Yeah, I think what I'll do is, since this is more for my trip, I think this is getting, okay, now it's, because this is about me traveling. This is more about me traveling. If these things are toys, okay, what's a toy? You got the figures, right? And then you got location. What's location? Location is like the backdrop, right? So you have the toys, but you don't have the backdrop. It's your imagination, right? It's not tangible physically. So what I'll do is I think I'll concentrate here on the locations. So I'll kind of try to think. Let me look at the list again, because I've finished up with 2 of them. Let me see, where are you? There it is. Now I'm on John Curtis. So I still have 34 left. Let me count it, because this list might be only 34, which would give me 32 left. But okay, let's see. Technically it's okay, I said 36, right? But the reality, it's actually 30. Oh, actually no, wait. It's actually more than that. I think the full list, because I combined 3 lists and it gave me like 44 inside traders. But I always say 36, so I'm concentrating on 36, which is interesting. But from the original list, the first list is actually only 35. The number 36 is actually the SPY, which is not an inside trader, but it's like where it began on that list of, from the stock industry. The what do they call it? The SPY, which is called the well-known, the S&P's. Yeah, it's the indicator. You know, a window into a summary of stocks, selected stocks. So 35 insider traders on that list. So let me count it since we have it here. All right, here we go. Paul Logan is not one. That's okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ron Wagon is 10. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Victoria is 20. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 30. Perfect. Nancy's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 34. Okay, so that leaves me with 32 left. Thankfully, that's a small list. Okay, so I have about 30 left to go. I could speed run it, but again, it's like the glutamate. Let me think. So I got it like, as long as the main point is like, as long as I get it smacked up with this computer, getting like an assembly line kind of thing, do enough of it where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done, right? Like done on the computer. I can transition to the phone for this. And here's the kicker to this. The kicker to this is, as you go down, the least threatening. Okay, so that's another thing. That's another motivation, incentive, is that to finish off faster because they're not as threatening when you go down here. So what I could do is, let me see. Ooh, Tuberville's evil. Tuberville's totally, he's football. See, a lot of these I have memorized. This is the Mormon guy. I think this guy this guy from Oregon. No, okay. Tuberville, I know. I'll never forget the Tuberville. He's a football guy. I can't stand football. I think this will be the cutoff point. So we'll do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what's 32 minus 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 24. That gives me 24. That's a good number. Okay, so 24. I could even be selective if I wanted to, but okay, maybe, yeah, so definitely this one, run by Elaine. Trying to see the ones that really stand out. Mitch McConnell is a good one. Yeah, Mitch McConnell is perfect. I like this name. This is a nice name to it. Victoria, that's a good name. I think I'll go by names. Alright, if we go by names, then I mean, they already have to have a good name in order to be like even a politician. Okay, so, name-wise, we'll select. We already did these two. Definitely have to do the top. These top ones have to be done. 30 divided by, that's 15. So I have to definitely do this 15 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, you get to Victoria's 15. Interesting, when you get to Mitch McConnell, yeah, okay. He's got the Asian wife, which is cool. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's go by name, right? Okay. Brian Mass, that's perfect. Brian is perfect. Frenchell, perfect. John Curtis. I mean, these names are perfect. Dan Crenshaw, perfect. Gordon Nancy, Rouser. McKinley. Okay, Welch, yeah, I like that. Reminds me of Robocop. Dingle, that's funny. Guest, interesting. Ooh, I know this guy. This is the Oregon guy. Yeah, this is the Oregon guy. Bear, interesting. Brooks, like Mel Brooks. Interesting, coincidal with the Spaceballs 2 announcement recently, 2 days ago about. Yeah, these names, okay, because I've done like this I'm on season 3, so I kind of got the gist of this. All right, okay, so what we'll do is let me look at the description too. Yeah, okay. What I might do is, let me see, if I said 24, let's shorten that to, so it's like 30, 20, and then 10. What I might do is simply do 10. So I can select 10 here. 10 is a good number. Definitely got to smack it with Tuberville. The guys, yeah. Alright, so Tuberville, thankfully he's on the lower end, but of course that makes sense because he's football. And the CT damage. This guy's got no legs though. See, this is the health issue. These guys are the health issue. Oh wait a minute, I know Crenshaw. Crenshaw's Hawkeye. Not Hawkeye, Nick Fury. He's got one eye. Poor baby. Yeah, this is the baby one. Okay, so here's the banker. This guy's a banker. I don't know who this guy is yet. I kind of forgot. Of course, we know Nancy. So, okay, these definitely got to do the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're definitely doing these 5. This is an interesting name. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, these 10, the top 10 I got to do. What I might do, okay, we'll do 10, then we'll choose 11, McConnell, and then Tuberville. That leaves 12. I might actually leave out, I want this guy, these two are already done. This guy definitely have to, the top 5 I have to do, especially Rouse definitely. This guy's name, it's not really doing it for me. Welch, oh yeah, I like this name. Dingle, that's an interesting one. guess, see, okay, so what I'll do is, okay, the 10, okay. That I'll include the ones already done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. There we go. There's the 10. All right. So that leaves me only 8 more left, and then we're done here for on the computer for this. Perfect. Yeah, 10 toys. Perfect. We'll smack it up the way I'm doing it, and that's it. Then we leave the rest for the phone. All right. That sounds good. That will leave me with spoilers. That will leave me with because I think with the amount of material I did today, that's enough for one episode. So I think, let's see, it appears each character takes about one. Well, of course, one. I could do two characters. Okay, look. Okay, it's usually 7 for the whole season. So what's 32 minus 7 divided by 7? That's like 4 or 5, right? So 4. So I'm doing like 4 on average an episode. But right now I'm concentrating more focus, so it looks like about 2 an episode, leaving that'd be about 60 episodes. Is that right? From about 10 to double, we have 10 to 20. Let's see. From 4 each episode. Yeah, 4 2 should double, so it should be okay. So let's see. There's 30. So yeah. So okay. So if I have only 2 instead of 4, yeah, double. So it'll be like about 14 episodes. If I did them all, but right now I'm not doing every single one for each season. I mean, for each season. So if I'm doing about like a third of them in a season, so that cuts it down to, okay, so that's like what, 30 divided by 3 is 10. Okay, but if I still do, okay, so that's 10 of them, right? And then if I still do 4, of course it'll be faster, but no, if I'm having it 2, so that would be 5 episodes, which is about the same as before, 7. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, yeah, so it'll all equate, it'll all balance out. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll do 2 of them per episode, and that means 2 countries per episode, so a total of 4 items there. 6 if you want to include the states that they're from. So yeah, that'll do it. We'll do that. So that's gonna leave. That's gonna be let's see. That's gonna be 10 countries. Okay, and then 10 insiders. Okay. So that will do it. That'll be perfect. And then I can transition to the phone for the stories. Okay, we'll do that. So how many episodes is that? That's you said, well, that'd be 5 episodes. Yeah, that's 5 episodes. So in other words, I'll be completing season 4. What is this season? Oh my gosh, I listed as season. Hold on, let's say I listed as season 3 on the incorrectly. This is not season 3. This is season 4. No. This is season 3. Okay, I'm falling. No, yeah. This is season 3. That's right. I'm on episode 3 now. In season 3. Okay. That's good. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. So this leaves me. Okay. So that makes sense. If it's 5 more episodes, that's perfect. That coincides exactly because I've already done 2 episodes. Exactly. So it's 5 more. That's perfect. That's 7 episodes. Wow. So wow, it really balances out. Coincidental there. There you go. That makes sense because I was like, my brain is like glutamate. My mind understands time. It can do it. It has the Salvin ability. This matches up perfectly. 7 episodes. Yep, I'm not surprised anymore with this power. Okay, that's it. So we select 10 countries, 10 insiders, which I've already selected, and whammo, we're done. We're done on the computer. We finish up season 3. That's it. We printed assembly line it. Let me see, 5. So that leaves 5 more episodes. Yeah. Unless I get much faster. I mean, if I get to the point where I'm so fast I can finish up the 36 or 34 here. Yeah, but it depends on how I want to play this out. Because I'm trying to get them, I'm memorizing more and more, but it's like, since I'm going to be, dipping into this forever, it's my infinity box. I could simply, it depends. Alright, what I could do, since I see the, what do you call it? I see the pattern. So basically, to get faster, you kind of like, you don't have to pay attention to some things, because you kind of like already know what it's going to be, you're used to it. Or you don't double dip. In other words, like when I'm uploading stuff, there's like, I don't have to verify again or confirm because I already know it's up there. I don't have to do that kind of confirmation. I know it's not necessary if not need be. So what I'll do is, instead of having to read through the bios, the bios I have to read through. Bios I definitely have to read, but for the countries, it's more of I'll be listening to it exactly. But for the bios, I have to know exactly these people because there's more details in the characteristics than for a country. So for the countries, I'll simply let osmosis kind of flow me over. I still have to read it, but not as much attention, maybe, or maybe not. We'll see. But anyway, it's only 9, so right, so yeah, we'll see how fast I can get. Because okay, spoilers. So it's real easy. It actually comes to a pattern for the story, which actually you see this pattern in the Hollywood stuff and stories and even real life and everything. What I do is even HR and all that, which is where Sarah works at. I went to her workplace. It's so funny. It's funny because the 2 guys were out there looking at me, kind of like, I know they're wondering what I was doing there, but they're kind of like spying on me and stuff. It's funny. Okay, anyway. I was observing. This was long ago. Alright, here's what we'll do. And so here's the pattern. Here's the pattern that I was talking about. It's you get the guy. So it's like what the CIA does. They get dirt on somebody and then they like use them for their means. That's exactly what happened to my character. What I ended up doing. I mean, I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is insider traders, right? I mean, you could simply like kill them off easily, but the story has to be some kind of use for them. So like in real life, going around killing people and stuff, unless self-defense and stuff. I mean, not if you want to live a good moral life, right? So what I end up doing is basically, it's like exactly, you collect, the dirt on them, you use it. I mean, basically it's like blackmail, but it's like a moralistic blackmail. It's like the kind of blackmail where it's not evil blackmail. It's simply giving a warning. Say, hey, I got this. The way the courts work and the way government works, it's more of a kind of subjective. Even with the jury and the judge and all that. There is a clause in the Constitution. I'd call it a clause, I think, where when you can actually do illegal stuff, as long as it's for like, to do a moralistic thing. Yeah. Same thing with, same thing with, you can actually use deadly force to save someone, even though using that illegal force may be illegal, but if it's to do something that is good, you can actually do it in particular instances. I think that's right. For example, if you're not allowed to use a gun, right, you don't have a permit or something, but someone good is about to be shot, you can actually use that gun, pick up the gun even though you don't have a license or anything, and use it to save that individual. Okay, so what I'm talking about, yeah, so it's kind of a blackmail thing. And then so basically I get them on the team, they're on the team. I send them off to a location. They fix the location, and then they're inadvertently, they punish themselves in that, through the karma effect, something horrible happens to them. So it's like karma. So yeah, so you find out who they are in the story. We find out who they are, then we find out the location, what the location is. We send them off. They fix it all. So it's like Suicide Squad, right? And then at the end, something horrible happens to them. I think it's Suicide Squad. What happened to Suicide Squad? I don't know. Usually at the end they don't, it comes back. They simply come back to work for what's her name. So, but in mine they die. They simply die. But then they end up, spoilers, and they end up maybe coming back. Actually, no, I'm trying to think. See, I've done several iterations of this franchise now. The current iteration, you have to keep on point with, you can't keep killing them, because then the story wouldn't make any sense unless there's a way you can bring them back. So for the current iteration, no, if they're trying to remember, if they actually haven't died. Some of them haven't died yet. So if they actually already died in this iteration, I wouldn't do it. Exactly, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't kill them. I wouldn't. How to say? If they're already dead, they're dead. Unless I bring them back. Spoilers, time travel or whatever. Okay, yeah. So what's I talking about? Okay, so yeah, then they die, and then I simply start the next one. I mean, that really is assembly language. Print, doing whammo. So it's like life. I mean, that's literally like life. You find out what someone can do. You meet someone. You say, who are you? What do you do? And all that. And then you figure out how they can apply to your life. Now, how about location? Well, location is wherever you go. So first you go to a location, right? First is a location, actually. You go to a location, you're there, and people, okay, someone else is there, so that must be the same reason, kind of, overall. So then the location is established, and there's similarity between you two. And then second is, what do you do and stuff, right? So then you apply what they can do to the location, to your own life, what you can send them off to. And then I guess that's kind of like where the blackmail comes. So it's not blackmail. It's like, okay, what's blackmail is like a communication. So here with friendship and stuff, it's not blackmail per se, or necessarily, but it's like communication. So you're saying, oh, you can do this. Okay, well, I can give you this. We can trade, or we can have friendship. We can, play. Play like when you're little kids. Okay, play, come over, and all that stuff, right? So it's communication. It's a give and take. It's feedback. Okay, it's feedback. And then what's the next thing? Then you establish what can be done, utilize it. So in my story, they sent off to fix a location, right? So here it's like, okay, you're doing work and whatever, living life, getting the community established and better and all that stuff, right? Fixing things up. And then at the end, after you fix it all up, usually they transition, that's the end of their life and stuff. So yeah, it's the same exact thing. So you move on. So it's the same exact thing. What's a good application? Marvel Universe. Let's see, let's look at it with they did Suicide Squad, spoilers, with the Thunderbolts. So that's a direct analogy. Let's try with like Endgame, spoilers. Okay, so Endgame, they have to they're trying to bring everyone back, and then to defeat Thanos. So first you have to look, okay, the location is getting people back to this planet, okay, and then you have to find out who do you want to get back, right? Who do you deal with? And then what's the mission? What do you do? How do you fix things, right? Where do you send them off to? And they went back in time, right, to specific locations, and they applied their talents and skills. And by doing that, they were able to do something to defeat the baddie. I'm trying to think. Right. And then at the end, spoilers, yeah, someone dies. A couple of people, well, a lot of people actually technically die. So it's the same exact thing, exactly. Location, people, fix things, and death. Same exact thing. So from real life, from my application, countries where I'm going, I'm studying all these people here, so anything I have to encounter out there, opponents, I go there to fix things, and then hopefully I won't die because I know I'm smart. So, and you go on and on with the cycle. That's it. That literally is it. Alright, so that's it. Let me finish this off. New plan, and yeah.